Hi guys, this is Teacher Carla and I'm back with another video. I'd like to share my demo class that I did with PALFISH. So I passed the interview. I'm about to start now. I just passed it like a few days ago, and I'm just waiting for a new headset. And also I wish I could have a tablet so I can see it better because I'm nearsighted and my phone is so small. In PALFISH, you would use gadgets like cell phones and tablets for it. And okay, so let me share my video how I did. When it comes to my scores, the highest that I got was just a 4. I was scared because some other YouTubers, they are new to this industry and they got 5s, and I just got 4 as my highest. I even got a 3. But I was surprised when I started with PALFISH. I was included already on the top tutors who can already start with trial classes, so it's like a big deal. I was just I was questioning myself at the beginning if I'm gonna be successful at PALFISH because of these scores, because I did exert a lot of effort in my demo. I prepared with the minimal things that I have at home because I cannot have more expenses. I can't buy like a tarpaulin. I can't buy anything like that. I'm saving up. I'm currently pregnant, so I'm saving up a lot of things. Okay, so let's go to the video. This is the video that I'm mentioning. Hold on. If you hear something at the background, it's actually my daughter who's watching my video replay because she's so interested with it. Okay, let's try it. This is the replay.
Very good, Carla. Carla.
Okay, before I continue, as you can see, my name and at the back and the on the board, on the name plate that I have is it's not on the right way because when I was doing the demo, it looks like it's on the right direction, but when I tried to replay, it's actually still it wasn't right. So I wish I knew. So for those who wanted to have a demo, just keep it how it looks like. It would show right by the time you replay your video. It might look like it's on the opposite side, but it's actually not. Okay, so let's continue with the video.
Wow. Very good. Teacher Carla. Very good, Carla. Carla. 很好. Very good.
Alright, before we continue, as you can see, there is a PALFISH logo at the top, so that's required. You should have a colorful background, and you should also wear color blue, anything blue for teaching.
What is your name?
Okay, and another thing is that you have to wear these AR things, effects. I did it at the beginning so it would be engaging, and in this video I'm also mentioning Chinese expressions because it didn't mention anything about not doing any Chinese expressions, so I did. The clients here in PALFISH are Chinese, so I've learned Chinese from my previous company. That's why I know how to say some expressions.
你叫什么名字？叫什么名字？ Jim. Hi, Jim. Nice to meet you.
Okay, so I just named the kid Jim because usually if I cannot understand the Chinese name, I would just give them their own name. If it's a boy, I call him Jim. If it's a girl, I call them Elsa. So it's gonna be easy.
Okay. Teacher Carla Ice cream. Yay! Okay, are you ready? All right, let's start. Circle. 很好 Circle.
很好，
这是什么？ What is it?
Okay.
Circle. Can you circle? Circle. Yes. Like this. Ta-da! Circle. Wow. Circle. Very good. Good job. Yay, 你很棒. Very good. I'm gonna give you an award. What's your award? I'm gonna give you a star. Shing shing. Yay! This is your reward. Wow.
Okay, so if you have access if you get hired, you'll have access to the tools, to the platform. You can see the stars at the top of the screen. You can use that for rewarding. They only have 5. But in the meantime, since I don't have access to those stars in the application, then I just made my own stars.
You have 1 star. Yay! Yay! Very good. I'm happy. Now, can you circle the monkey? Circle the monkey. Ta-da! Wow, very good.
Okay, after the instruction, you have to circle by yourself, because this is just a pretend demo. You have to pretend that there is really a student in front of you, but you're also the person who's going to answer it or circle whatever the answer is.
Can you click, 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 click? Click, 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 click. Wow, very good. You clicked it. And can you point to your nose? Dong, 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 dong. Wow. 你很聪明. Very good.
你很聪明 means 你很聪明. It means you're smart.
And can you act like a monkey?
Okay, one thing I found out when I was watching live videos from PALFISH, if you put AR on yourself as a teacher, it will also have the same AR effect on the student. So that's engaging, that's interesting, because they will also feel, because it looks awesome. It's different. It's something cool for them to have the same AR. So always use that. That's a plus that PALFISH has.
Yay! 你很棒, very good. Can you say hello, PALFISH? Wow, that's amazing! Yay! Happy! Good job! Okay. Whoa. Sing a song. Ready? Sing a song. Ready? Yeah, and you'll be a monkey too.
Hello song.
Hello.
Hello teacher, hello friends. Hello, hello, hello. Hello teacher, hello friends. Hello, hello, hello.
All right. Good job. 你很棒. I'm gonna give you a 5 star. Give you a 5 star. 很好.
Okay, so to put your video on the circle, you just need to drag your frame to the circle. And then same thing with the student. If you have a live student, you can put the student's frame on the circle. So both of you can sing.
Okay. Ooh, what is this? It's a park. There are lots of animals.
Alright, so it's very important that you read the instructions. There are instructions at the bottom. It's like an icon T, G, or teacher's guide. That's for me, I can't see it because my phone is really tiny and I'm nearsighted, so I'm having trouble with the instructions. So if ever I have like book classes, I'm really gonna have a hard time reading the instructions like quickly. Like I can't prepare for it like for enough time for a good enough or a good amount of time to prepare for it because I still need to read it.
I see a monkey. Monkey. Ooh, very good. What else do I see? I see. I see a cat. Meow. I got a cat here. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Very good. What else do I see? I see, a fish. Blub, 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 blub. Fishy, fishy, fishy. Fish. What else is there? I also see. What's this? Chashma. Arf, 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 arf. Dog. Arf, 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 arf. Dog. Very good. Hello, dog.
Okay, as you notice, I got a lot of props, and I only got 3, a score of 3 on the props. Even though I would even have bubbles on the at the later part when I'm introducing the fish. It's just that probably because of the way that I placed my name and the instructions. As you can notice, it's on the wrong side. And because as I mentioned, I was under the impression that it's gonna be because it looks on the wrong direction when I was doing a practice, so I didn't know that it's gonna show up on the right direction. So for you guys who are planning to do the same, please don't do that. Just do it normally. And the props are realias. The toys are very important. One thing that I missed as well is providing real chocolates, real prices. I wasn't able to read that. So
Hello, dog. Hello. And what about hello, monkey? Hello. And what about fish? Hello, fish. Fish. And what about cat? Hello, cat. Meow, 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 meow. Very good. Okay, so now we're going to sing another song. Ready?
My body. What is this?
It is a nose.
Nose.
What is this?
It is a mouth.
Mouth.
What are these?
They are eyes.
Eyes.
La 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 la.
All right.
La 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 la.
Okay, so that's another instruction that they have that the second time that you run the music or the audio, they have to point on their own. So you're just gonna pretend, okay?
Point. Okay, ready? Let's sing.
My body.
Ready?
What is this?
It is a nose.
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 What is this?
It is a mouth.
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 What are these?
They are
Eyes.
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 La 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 la
Yay! Yum, happy! I'm gonna give you a big ice cream. Ta-da! This is your reward too. Ice cream. Okay. Next, what do we see? Oh, Paul is in the park. Paul is in the park. And he sees a paper. What do you see in the paper?
Okay, so here I am speaking very slowly because, as it mentioned, you gotta pretend you're talking to a 5-year-old kid who has a low level of English. So it didn't mention about zero English, but it's a low level English. So you really have to slow down. Just imagine when you're trying to learn a different language or Chinese, let's say. Of course, they have to slow down as well. If you try to remember a Chinese expression, just for example, what is your name? So when a Chinese teacher would say it like very fast, then you won't get it. Like 你叫什么名字? If they say it that fast, then you won't remember it. So you have to slow down. 你叫什么名字? And it's very important that you have the right tone, because if you don't have the right tone, it will not mean the same way. Okay, so much about that.
Say nose. Nose. Very good. Ta-da! Nose. 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 Wow! 你很聪明. Very good. You're
Okay, so this is another instruction. Just follow it. There's a sequence like he saw the paper, and then tell what it is. You have to they have to listen first. They have to hear the word, and then you press the number 1 to show the picture. Oops, sorry about that. To show the picture, and then you have them point it and say it. So there is a sequence. That's an instruction that they have. So please remember those instructions. It's very important.
smart. 你好可爱. You're cute too. Okay. And can you circle Paul's nose? Nose. Very good. That's right. Can you point to your nose, please? Very good. You pointed to your nose. Good job. 你很棒. Okay. Oh, here comes a dog. He is sniffing on the paper. He's sniffing on the paper. Oh, you say, hello, dog. Hello, dog. can you circle the dog's nose, please? Good job! That was fast. And can you sniff like a dog? Wow, good sniffing. Let's be a dog. All right, we will be a dog and sniff. Very good. I'm happy. Another star. Wow. Hello. Good job. And, oh.
Okay, so before we proceed, if you're having this demo, you would notice the timer at the top. So once it starts, it means it's already recording. There's no button to press to say that you're already starting. It will just start by the time that the clock ticks, and it stops, I believe. I'm not sure because I'm supposed to have like just 25 minutes, but I exceeded. The one of the teachers, which is teacher Rowena, mentioned that it's okay that if you reach like 29 minutes or more, as long as you were able to showcase or show your ability to teach on the previous slides or the previous minutes that you were teaching.
Paul plays in the park and finds another piece of paper. What do you see on the paper? Eyes. That's right. Eyes. 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 One more. Eyes. Very good. Good job. And can you please circle Paul's eyes? Wow, very good. Another star. And can you point to your eyes? Very good. Good job. You did it. Oh.
Oh, another thing that I remembered, back in my previous company, they mentioned that Chinese doesn't like to be pointed, but on this company, there are lots of videos showing that they are pointing, especially when they demonstrate the clicking part. It's pointing to the student. So when I say you, I just hold out my palm to the student to show the TPR, mentioning that or indicating that it's your turn. It's your turn, or you do something like that.
Here comes a meow, a cat. Oh, it's so cute. Cat, meow, meow, meow. She winks on the piece of paper. Okay, and can you circle the cat's eyes, please? Wow, very good. You found the eyes. Can you try to wink? Wow. I am giving you a winking star. Wink, wink. This is your prize. Prize. Somehow. I'm going to give your prize here. Wow, you got 2 stars now. Yay! Okay, let's see. Let's act like a winking cat. Very good. Oh, Paul plays in the park and finds another piece of paper. What do you see in the paper? Ooh, mouse. Mouse. Yay! Honey, mouse. Mouse, mouse, its mouth. Very good. Can you point to your mouth, please? Wow, yeah, very good. Oh, here comes a fish. Oh, what is the fish doing? She is blowing some bubbles. Ooh. Wow, do you see that? She's blowing some bubbles. Oh, let's transform into a fish. Blub, 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 blub. Can you blow some bubbles too? Oh, let's pop the bubble. Oh, it's a bubble. Very good. Okay.
I heard from one of the YouTubers, I think it's teacher Anna Tellis from Akatalk. She mentioned about blowing bubbles, so I did. I did look for a bubble for it. It's just that the AR is covering some of it, so it didn't quite show it. And the screen is quite small as well. But I think it did a good job. As I mentioned, I was surprised that I got into the top tutor page right away, even though I'm not yet starting. And I was provided with a privilege to have trial classes as well, which has a different rate and opportunity as well.
Can you circle the fish's mouth, please? Wow, you found it! Can you act like a blowing bubble fish? Like you're blowing bubbles. Very good! I'm gonna give you another star! Yum! Bam! Okay. You say, I can do a fish. Hello, fish! Hello, hello, hello! Okay. What is next? Let's see. Paul puts the three.
So obviously I'm having a hard time reading the instructions. I'm pausing for some seconds. So if you're nearsighted like me, then I might as well suggest that you get a tablet, which is has a bigger screen.
Piece of paper together. Oh, what's on the paper? Let's see. It's a monkey. Monkey, monkey, monkey. Very good. Hello, monkey. Ooh, Let's be a monkey. Hello, monkey. Ooh, Wow, very good. Can you circle monkeys? Let's start with nose. Nose, nose, nose. Wow, very good. Ta-da! And can you circle monkey's eyes? There you go. Yay! And can you circle monkey's mouth? Wow! Yum! Bang! Good job! I'm gonna give you this reward. Good job! Okay. Oh. We're going to say the words like this.
I find that this demo is exerting a lot of effort when I'm teaching, because I don't know, probably it felt like I'm exerting a lot of effort because I'm pregnant. I wasn't feeling well during this time. So, and I think the slides are so many.
Eyes. Very good. Okay.
Eyes.
Eyes.
Okay, and here is an important instruction as well. You have to repeat the words with different tones, like like eyes and then eyes. So two different types of voice. So and what's gonna happen? What's supposed to happen is that the student would also copy how you say it.
Okay. And what about this?
Nose. Nose.
Nose. One more. Nose. Nose. Good job.
All right, so part of the instruction is to clap first and then say the word and then point it out. So please read through the instructions and remember them. Try to practice like mock, like pretend that you are already teaching it. So once you're on the demo, you already know, you already rehearsed it. You already know what to do. What are the sequences?
There's the nose. What about this?
Mouth. Mouth.
Mouth. Mouth. Yay! So what is it? What is this animal? It's
Monkey.
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 Monkey. Monkey. Hello, monkey. Okay. Next. Oh, we're going to pop the bubbles. Pop, 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 pop. Can you pop the nose? Very good. You got the noun. Yay. One more. Can you pop the mouth? Wow. Very good. What about the eyes? Wow, that was quick. That was so quick. I'm going to give you a star. Wow. Very good. One more star. Good job. Okay, let's play more games. Can you click on, can you find the mouse? Very good. Can you find the eye? Wow, that was quick. Can you find a nose? Wow, very good. Can you find the monkey? Wow, good.
All right, I'd like to commend their material. It's very effective because I tried it with my 2-year-old daughter, and it was engaging. It was actually extending her attention span when she sees we're singing. She sees that there is a game, so she's very engaged. I know that this is a lot of slides, but it's engaging. So for a 2-year-old girl or kid or baby, that's gluing their eyes on focusing themselves on the lesson.
Good job! Yay! More games, please. Oh, before we make another game, let's look at this. I see the animals in the forest. Can you circle the nose of the monkey? Very good. Nose of the cat. Yes. Nose of the dog. Fish. No nose. Okay, what about the mouth? Monkey mouth, cat's mouth, dog's mouth, and fish's mouth. Wow! Very good. What about the eyes? Monkey eyes, cat's eyes, dog's eyes.
Okay, so it's supposed to be monkey's eyes.
And fish's eyes.
So monkey's nose, monkey's mouth, monkey's eyes.
That was quick. Me and Ming, you are smart. I'm gonna give you a big ice cream. Very good. Okay. Next, can you click the start button? Ooh. What is it? Very good. It's a mouse. Okay, so which animal has this mouth?
Alright, so this is another instruction. If you will notice on the next things that will happen, I would have a lot of mistakes here because I was pressured by the time. I just noticed that I've eaten a lot, and it's reaching 25 minutes. I'm not yet done. Like few more slides. I'm only on the 16th slide. So if you can find ways to manage your time, please do so. Because when it comes to trial, I wanted to exert a lot of effort. Usually for kids, if they're interested. So I'd like to exert a lot of effort to finish the slides, so the parents would be happy as well.
Oh, yay! Yum, bang! That's a fish! Ta-da! Very good. One more. What is this? What are these? These are eyes. Which animal has this eyes?
Which animal has this kind of eyes?
It's cat. Yay! Who has cat? What about? What is this? It's nose. Very good. Which animal has this nose? Dog. That's right. Wow. Yum, bang. That's the dog. Good job. And what about the left? What's that? Ooh, what is the what? Eyes. Eyes. Which animal is it? Monkey. Ooh, Very good. You got all of it correct. That was great.
Okay, so another tip, it mentions about 20 seconds showing all the props in your background. So it kind of gives me, it's like telling us that you have to show all the props like 20 times. Same thing with Akatalk, that would have me have like 15 times to show those props, so that it's going to be effective teaching. They would remember the word in English, connecting it with those props, pictures.
Teacher, all your your mouth and your eyes. Okay, ready? What is this? Or what are these? Eyes. Can you point to your eyes? Very good. What is this? Nose. Very good. What is this? Mouth. That's right. Good job. And what is this? Nose. That's right. Yay. Good job. I'm going to draw for you. First, let's see. Oh, let's start with the nose. Ready? Nose, 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 nose. I got a nose. It's pink. And what about the eyes? Oh, eyes. What about the mouth? Oh, happy. Just like my happy face. Happy. Can you draw too? Ready? Go. Okay. So you draw the eyes. Wow, that's great. Can you draw the nose? Wow, very good. Can you draw the mouth? Wow, it's smiling. Yum, bang. Okay, I'm gonna give you another star. This is your reward. Ta-da! Another star. Yay! Wow, you got a lot of stars. Okay, so you did a great job today.
Okay, usually if I'm not using a cell phone, I would have like a Google Translate. I would usually have a translation about this is your reward. It's a star. So I would copy how it sounds like in the translation while teaching. So, but this is different. This is using a cell phone, so I can't multitask here.
Very good. Ni bang. Okay, these are the words that we learned today, and we also learned about a sentence. Ooh, we said nose, mouth, eyes. What's this? Monkey. What's this? Blub, 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 blub. Fish. Very good. It's a fish. Fish, fish, fish. And one more time. Fish. Very good. And then, what is...
Okay, if you notice there, it's like a correction. It's as if I misheard it or it's a correction that I made, showing the QA that I heard a mistake on the pronunciation. So one of the key points on scoring your video is to show that you have corrected the student. So I just remembered it at the last part. That usually if it's on the recap summary part, you don't do that. And it's very important for the recap to do the recap at anything. You can skip the slides in between, but not the recap. This is very important because most of the time, if it's a call or a video call, just like this, what the students will remember is the first 30 seconds and the last 30 seconds. So recap is very important.
Is this? Dog. What is this? Cat. Okay. Can you say hello, cat? Good. Can you say hello, dog? Good. Can you say hello, fish? Good. Can you say hello, monkey? Good. Yay! Very good. And because you are awesome, you get a 5-star. Wow! 是你的星星. Can you count your stars? 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You...
Okay, as you notice, I mentioned it in Chinese first, so they know the instruction that I'm telling them to count it. I'm asking them to count it so that they would recognize that I gave them 5 stars. And it's like so that they would also give me some 5 stars after that.
Got 5 stars! Yay! Yay! Happy, 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 happy. Good job. All right. Okay. Now it's time to say goodbye. But before that, I am going to give you a homework. And let me give you my remarks. Ooh, you're very good.
Okay, remarks is very important, especially for the parents who are stage moms and stage dads. And if they see that you notice the mistakes, you notice the opportunities, then they would enroll. Most of the time, they would enroll. And oh, it's also very important that you involve the parent in the class. Like you just say, hi, mommy, you're very pretty. I like your dress, something like that. So just acknowledge the fact that they are there supporting their kid. If you're a parent, you would know what I mean. And also, remarks usually you would suggest some like a sneak peek suggestion that would make them hungry for more information, how to be better in English, and that would make the parents enroll their kids in your company. And then I would also give them like assignments, so that it's as if telling the student that next time that we see each other, so it's like you gotta see me again. You have to enroll and you have to see me again to show your assignment, because they are so engaged. We build connection and they have to enroll. They would tell their mom and dad that I really want to see the teacher again and show her that I did my assignment. So that would make the students enroll. Okay.
Because you can say the words correctly. Very good. Meow, bang. And you are following Teacher Carla. Yay! I sent you a message in the chat box so you can see my remarks and start practicing the word fish. Blah, 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 blah. Fish. Fish, fish, fish. Okay? And next class, I want to see your favorite color. Okay? Alright, yay! It's now time to say goodbye.
Goodbye, teacher. Tomorrow. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.
Hey, goodbye, Taitian, Sheshe. Alright.
Okay, so I think by the time that you are on this stage, on this last slide, or after you play the last song, then it would automatically stop the timer. So I didn't know about it, so I wasn't able to hear that from the other teachers who had a demo. So I hope this helps. If I'd like to also know from the other, I'm pretty sure there are a lot of other top tutors, teachers who have more effective way to make the student enroll in the company. So I'd love to hear from you as well. If you can show me, like, if you have a YouTube channel, that would greatly help. Thank you again for watching. I hope you subscribe to my channel. I would try my best to show quality video. It's just that quite hard for me right now because I'm pregnant. Okay, so that's about it. God bless everyone and good luck in your interviews.